Today we're going to be making scarecrows using shapes and lines. Let's get started. You will need a piece of paper, make sure that you have it nice and tall, vertical style, and a pencil. We're going to start off by making a U shape for the head, but leave enough room for a hat at the top. So go ahead and make a big U on your paper, but leave a little bit of room at the top for a hat. You can draw a long rectangle on top for the brim of your hat, or you can draw an oval. After you're finished drawing the shape of the brim of your hat, it's time to draw the top. You can draw a rectangle or a square, a rectangle if you have space, or even a circular shape. It's really up to you. Next up is the neck. You're going to start by drawing a straight line down and slowly curve it out. Straight line down, slowly curve it out. Then we're going to make the shoulders. Draw a line that curves down to the bottom of the page on both sides. Curve it down for the shoulders and a little bit of the arms. Let's work on the shirt starting with the collar. You can make the letter V for the collar of your shirt, or you can make the letter U. We can add a collar by making rectangles, so pull a line down and bring it back on each side. Or you can make a rounded collar by making two U's starting at the middle and bringing it to each side. Make a line on each side of the shirt so it separates the body from the arms. You can add buttons by making circles and little dots inside, and then you can also add a pocket by making a rectangle and then a shape underneath. Maybe you draw a U or a trapezoid. Next up, we're going to work on the eyes. Pick a shape for your eyes. Maybe you're going to do two squares, or two rectangles, or triangles. Maybe they're upside down triangles, or circles. Then add your pupil shape. Maybe they're circles or ovals, or maybe they're the same shape as your eye shape. It's really up to you. You can even add a second set of lines to give it a color eye. So it'll have a black part and a colorful part of the eye. You can add a little circle inside for the shine of the pupil and color the rest of the shape around it. Next up, we're going to work on the nose. Pick a shape for your nose. An oval, maybe a triangle or an upside down triangle, a circle, a rectangle, a square, whatever shape you want. Next, work on the mouth. Maybe it has a half smile or a full smile. It's really up to you. Then add little lines at the edge of your mouth. Add more lines on the mouth, the nose, and the eyes for stitches on your scarecrow. After you're finished making your eyes, nose, and mouth and stitches, it's time to work on the hair. Decide if the hair is long or short, and you can make some wavy looking rectangles. They can connect to each other, so you can start one rectangle on top of the other or right next to each other. It's up to you. After I finished the long hair, I decided to give this one some bangs, so I added some more sideways rectangles on the face too under the hat. Or you could give your scarecrow some short hair by making shorter rectangles that are closer to the head. I curved my rectangles so they look like straw. Our scarecrows are really starting to come to life. Let's add one more detail. Add a patch to the hat. Decide whatever shape you want to add as your patch, and don't forget to add some stitches too. The last detail we're going to add is the background. The background is the space behind our scarecrows. Backgrounds are a really good place to tell a story about where our scarecrows are. I'm going to make my scarecrow at a farm. So I'm adding some dirt by making a bumpy line, and adding a fence by making rectangles. After making the rectangle posts, I'm making two lines together to make the fence post. You can also add details like nails. I added some crop lines to the background by making some bumpy rows. You can also add some crops or something on your farm. So I decided to add pumpkins. Pumpkins that are close or big, and pumpkins that are further away should be smaller to show depth of field, which is a way to show space in your picture, that things that are close are big and things that are further away should be small. You can always add to your sky too, maybe some clouds a sun or a moon, some birds, whatever you wish. I cannot wait to see your scarecrow picture and all the details that you added. I hope you had just as much fun making these as I did with you.